All right, welcome back to yet another episode of DSA series, and today we will be talking about a new problem that is foursome, guys. So it's pretty interesting problem, and we have already tried and uh, you know uh, tried twosome, threesome, right? And yesterday only we tried to get three different approach for threesome problem, right? Okay, so today we will be talking about foursome. What do you mean by foursome? So we will be having nums of A, nums of B, nums of C, and nums of D, such that the values of A, B, C, D is given. Okay, that will be zero. Will start from greater than or equal to zero up to n. Okay, A, B, C, D will be all distinct. Okay, and nums of A, nums of B, nums of C, and nums of D. The summation of all these four elements has to be equal to some target which is given. Okay, so that is the question. Okay, let me just wait for a few more people to join. Okay, so so it's a fantastic question, guys. Okay, and let us start doing everything on lead code. Okay, so this is a given nums of integer, an array of nums. Okay, so You must be knowing what an array is. It's a different set of elements, and they are integers. Return an array of all unique quadruplets. So nums of A, nums of B, C, and D. Okay, such that A, B, C, D are given, whose values will be greater than or equal to 0, and um, it will be less than equal to n. Okay, so A, B, C, D are similar to what we consider in I, J, okay, K. All right. So A, B, C, and D are distinct. All these four indices. Okay, these are basically the indices. Okay, these have to be distinct. Okay, and the summation of nums of A, nums of B, nums of C, and nums of D has to be equal to some target which is given. Okay, that is the whole idea. Okay, now what is, let's see something about constraint also. Okay, so nums of length is up to 200. Okay, it means that the number of uh, arrays in nums will be less than or equal to 200. Okay, and nums of I, it means that whatever the values they are keeping. Okay, that is negative integers also, and up to 10 to the power 9. Okay, so minus 10 to the power 9 to 10 to the power 9. It means that it may contain a number which is equal to a billion. Okay, target can also contain such numbers, right? The only thing which we have to consider here is, as of now, that the number of elements is 200. So can we start with the most brute force approach? Okay, now I will carry, let's say my consider this number. Okay, if my I starts from 0, then it has to be up to fourth last. Okay, because later on the other three indices will be there. If here is the last I, here will be last j, here will be last k, and here will be last l. Okay, or abcd you can say. Okay, so this will be my n minus 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 3. Okay, n minus 3 for j in range 0 to n minus 2. Okay, for k in range 0 to n minus 1, for L in range, I'm so sorry. So this will be 0, this will be I plus 1, this will be j plus 1, okay, and this will be k plus 1 to n, right, up to n. Now simply I'll write total. Okay, total, or I would say if nums of I plus, I'll just say total is equal to nums of I plus nums of j plus nums of k plus nums of l. That is what we want. Okay, this is total, this is my total. Okay, and if my total is equal to target, then what I need to return, I'll just return all these. Okay, but without those plus sign, right? We actually want these numbers only. Okay, only numbers. I hope this will give you, either you do this, let us run it if it gives any error. Okay, okay. So we also have to define n is equal to length of nums. Okay, and ijkl we don't have, we have already defined in for loop. Okay, okay. So this is giving some wrong answer. What I want is this. Okay, what should be my output? So I need some target, and this is my nums. Okay, so I'll just say result dot append result dot append. Okay, all these, and in the end I'll just say return result, and I need to define the result some list. Okay, so what about this case one? The case one is coming correct. Okay, so I can say my logic is correct, but there is something wrong because these values are getting repeated. Okay, something wrong. Okay, now how do I avoid the values getting repeated? How do I do that? So what one thing I can do is I can just consider the one of the option can be, I'll just consider this as my, this is my list, result is my list. All right, if I need, if I'm returning result, it is repeating these values. Why? Because there are repetition, obviously, because nums of I nums of j, every time nums of I with nums of j nums of k, it is taking. Okay, because there are 2 every time, so all these are getting repeated. But if I return result in the end, and if my result is a set, then the set will itself not, you know uh, repeat it. Okay, that is the quality, that is the basic quality of a set, that the elements will not get repeated. That is why the best way to assume result is not the list but a set. Okay, so let's do that first. I'll try with this. But one more thing is, set doesn't append these values directly as list. We have to convert these list into tuple. Okay, so and the other thing, you don't have any append uh, command with respect to any set. Okay, so if you do result.append, it will throw error. Okay, let's see what error it is throwing. See, set object has no attribute append. Okay, so it doesn't consider append as something which is relatable. Okay, so the only thing is this is the add option. Okay, now still we are adding all these nums into result and we'll return the result, but it will throw error because cannot use list as set element. It means that we have to convert this list because all these are nums of I, nums of j. This is a list, so we have to convert this into tuple, and we just have to sort. Okay, that's it. I hope this will give the answer. But one more thing, we have converted all these list into tuple, we have sorted it, and we have added into the result. But in the end we need to return a list. Why? Because this is our requirement. We need to return a list. Okay, we need to return a list. This arrow gives us that our final result should be in form of list. So what I'll do, I'll just make some arrangement. I'll put a square bracket and for okay, so yes, I just have to convert this x, okay, and result. Okay, I'll just say list x for x in result. Okay, this is the command. I think if I remember it, I'll just run it. X in result. Yes. See now this is getting accepted. Okay. So if my target is 0, these are all will be the combination. And if my target, that is case 2, is so what I'm doing is, this is standard way. I have done it quite a lot of time in wherever I'm, you know, anything I want to return in list, but I have something which is coming again and again. So whenever you have some repetition which is coming in the result, directly assume a set. This is the standard thing, and there are, these are very easy commands, you can remember also. Okay, it's very easy. If you do it 3 to 4 times, it will be easy for you to understand. This is standard thing. Every time I'm doing it, that is why I remember these commands. Okay, so let us submit it. I hope it gets submitted. uh, let us discuss the time complexity. Okay, so this is my for loop which is running. So my time complexity will be order of n. Okay, here also my time complexity will be order of n. Okay, it is lesser than n. Okay, you can see here n minus 3 basically, n minus 3. Okay, here also order of n minus 3. Okay, here also n minus 3, and here also. So the total time complexity is order of, okay, what will be my total time complexity? It will be order of n minus 3 to the power 4. Okay, which is almost equal to order of n to the power 4. This is almost equal to, because if n is bigger, then these minus 3 minus 2 will carry nothing. Okay, these are very smaller with respect to the value of n. That is why we have this order of n to the power 4. Okay, so it's quite heavy, the time complexity is quite heavy. So we need to make it lesser. Okay, we need to reduce its order, we need to reduce the order of time complexity. So from n raised to the power 4, we need to reduce it to n to the power 3, and still we need to reduce it to n to the power 2. Okay, so that is also the case. Okay, because this is the most brute force and naive approach. Okay, anybody can do it. Okay, when the interviewer asks you that can you do it in the order of n to the power 3 or n to the power 2, will you be able to do it? That is the question. Okay, and can we do it? That is also a question. Okay, so we will try it. I hope this gets submitted first. Might throw TLE error. So see, this is taking a lot of time, and we got this time limit exceeded error. And here only 287 of 295 test cases are passed. So this is one num where it is not getting passed, right? It is one of the values which is not getting passed. So we are actually getting time limit exceeded error. We are actually getting time limit exceeded error. Okay, why we are getting is this time limit exceeded error. Our code is correct, there is nothing wrong in our code, but the constraint you have to see it. Okay, if you do 200 to the power 4, because we are getting this time complexity o to the power o n to the power 4, big O of n to the power 4. So if you do, as a worst case scenario, if you take n as 200, then you do it for raised to power 4. So 200 raised to power 4 will be 16 into 10 to the power 8, which is greater than. Okay, so this will be um, 16 into 10 to the power 8, which is greater than 10 to the power 8. Okay, so if we want to execute any program or lead code, then the time complexity means the number of operations which we are doing has to be 10, less than 10 to the power 8, as in a worst case scenario. Okay, so if it is less than, let's say, if the total nums length is 150, then it will get executed, right? Because its time complexity will be less than 10 to the power 8, it will come, right? That is why we have to reduce its time complexity so that it covers all the test cases. Okay, and uh, it will satisfy the constraint also. Okay, so let us try doing that. How can we do that? Let's try doing that. Okay, so I'll just do make it under the comments, and let's start doing this again. Okay, okay guys, I'll just position myself properly. Okay, now let's start doing it. The only solution which is striking into my mind is because I have already done two sum and three sum, is to go with hash map. Okay, probably that is one of the best solution which I think is probably gonna reduce our time complexity. Okay, so for doing hash map, we will just do for I in range 0 to n, for j in range 0 to n, we'll just fix, and then we will consider num4, which will be target minus all these three numbers, and we will try to find that num4 in the hash list, okay, or hash map, I would say. Okay, or you can say you, yeah. So first we will try with dictionary, then if we don't get succeed, then we will try with set. Okay, okay, let's do that. So for I in range, it will start from 0 only up to n minus 3. Okay, just like before. For j in range, I plus 1 to n minus 2. Okay, uh, now I can assume hash map is equal to this. So let's assume it as dictionary, and okay, in range j plus 1 to n minus 1, and here I would say num4 is equal to target minus nums I plus nums of j plus nums of k. Okay, so nums of j. Okay, so target minus nums of I plus nums of j plus nums of. Now what I'll do is I'll search, I'll search this num4. Okay, I'll search this num4 in my dictionary. Okay, so what dictionary I have taken? The dictionary is my this thing. This is my dictionary hash map. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll try searching this num4. So if num4 in hash map, okay, if it is there in hash map, then I'll just uh, append. Okay, so what I'll append all these four numbers. Okay, so similar to what I did here. Okay, result dot add tuple, same thing. I'll just Copy paste. Okay, result dot add tuple sorted number. But instead of this number, I'll be having num4. Okay, that's it. And if not, sorry, okay, else I will just do uh, hash map of nums of k, right? K is equal to k. What it will do, it will it will put all the k's into that hash map. Okay, because I and j is already fixed. Let's say my I is at 0 and j is at 1. Rest element, these will iterate k and num3. So wherever they find, uh, it will take the value, right? Hash map. Then again, iteration will be done for I and j subsequently. Then again, k will take different. This hash map will be filled. Okay, so result, I have taken set. So here I will just say output is equal to, okay, let's take result only. That is fine. That is a set. So we will try to find out num4 in hash map. If found, then the result will be added. Okay, so nums I, nums j, nums k, num4 will be sorted. Value will be fed to tuple. It will get converted to tuple, then will get added to result. Then again, from result we will convert everything into list. That is how we will do it. I hope this doesn't attract any errors. It seems overall correct. Let's try to run this. This was never closed. Okay. Yeah. Num4 is not defined. Num4 is target minus this. Acha, nums4. I am sorry, my bad. So this we have defined, right? Okay. So my output is coming this, but my expected is this. So I am missing some certain things. My code is correct, but not completely satisfying certain values, but not satisfying this test case. Okay, so I have to see what problem is there in my code. So what is why it is not considering the elements? Let's dry run it once. So if my I think the range which I am keeping is I have to expand it because my I and j is coming only up to my last I is -1 only. That is the problem. My I has to cover each and every element. So I think this should be for hash set. I have to make it all n. That is why k should go from j plus 1 to n. Okay, all these should go. Let me just execute it. Yes, that was the error which that was the problem. Okay, so guys, you can see here we have actually solved this question. Okay, and with very less effort. Why? Because we have already done two sum and three sum approach. Okay, so this is just a revision kind of thing which we did. Okay, it has become very easy. The four sum has literally become very easy for us to solve on top of sum three sum and two sum. Okay, so I thought it would be a problematic, but now I suppose this has become easier. Let's submit it, guys. Okay, so this is accepted. uh, all 295 cases test passed. Okay, runtime is little higher, but that is okay because this is. Let's discuss about time complexity. What is the time complexity for this? uh, this will be order of n. This will also be order of n. This will also be order of n. This will be order of 1. Why? Because it's just a assumption. Okay, this is again order of 1 because uh, constant order. Because we are actually searching in hash map, and hash map takes o of 1 for search. Okay, so this is what it makes it to reduce our time complexity. This is the most important uh, you know step in our coding, because this is the only thing which is reducing our time complexity. Otherwise, we were supposed to, you know we actually did fourth for loop right here we did fourth for loop. Instead of this for loop, we actually did hash map. Okay. And traversing hash map attracts the time complexity as constant time complexity, that is O of 1. Okay. Big O of 1. All right. So now you can see there are other questions which are similar to the foursome approach. Try doing these questions, guys, and um, you will ultimately, you know, but do it in the way that just take 20 minutes to 20 to 25 minutes to, analyze, solve, and think on that perspective. Okay, then only you try uh, watching some hints. Also, one more thing, don't see all the solution at once. Just take a hint. Okay, use chat gpt or any large language model, and you just ask it ki, I just want only one hint. Okay. Any llm model will give that one hint, and just implement that hint and try to do it on yourself. Okay, on your own. So I think this is it, guys. Keep revising it. Okay, let me check what is the next. uh, so today was day 23. Okay. um, so from tomorrow we will start uh, binary search. Okay. From tomorrow we will start binary search on simple 1D arrays. Okay. Simple arrays. All right. So that's all for today, guys. So keep practicing and keep listening to my videos. Okay, one more thing, keep practicing, and try doing 2 to 3 questions every day, so that it boosts your, thinkology, it boosts your logic building. Okay. And all the best for your interviews. Thanks a lot.